The Jerd Nation Podcast.
Tim, my man, who is your man crush? And why?
My man crush. Oh, Caitlyn Jenner.
Whoa! Totally non-PC answer.
Oh, God. I think
no,
I was from a
Oh, man. I stopped eating Wheaties a long time ago.
Did you say Wheaties or Weenies?
We tease.
Words of Cleveland Brown. That's man.
My man crush is somebody I wouldn't mind spending a whole day with. I don't care if it was shopping or going out to eat or whatever. And it would have to be my man Sylvester Stallone.
That's a good man crush.
Yeah.
Why Sylvester? Tell us about the love affair.
You know, I grew up watching his movies. You know, with all the Rambos, Rockies. I love Rocky, man. I remember one Christmas Eve, my parents bought me the entire all 5 Rockies then on VHS, and I sat and I would watch. You know, I lay down on the floor, put them in the VCR, and watch one after the other in order. And the man crush got even more when I got older and found and heard his story of how he from before Rocky and what he had to do with the whole taking the script to the people and so many people denying him, and he wanted to be the main actor, and he just kept at it, kept persevering until he got it, man, and it changed his whole life. And he changed his brother's life too. So I just love that fact. After learning that years down the road, you know, that's why I love YouTube. You can find all this stuff out about your favorite people that you love. But no, I would just there's not one movie I don't like him in.
I think that's a good choice. Courtney, who's your man crush and why?
Oh man, if I had to have a man crush,
Cody.
Oh man, it's messed up. But if I had to have a man crush, it probably had to be the guy who just passed, and that was Chadwick Boseman. Like, I felt like he was just becoming such a great star. Like, he was getting up there as far as one of the greats ever. It was tragic that his career was cut short as it was. For him to the Black Panther speaks for itself, but the fact that he did Jackie Robinson,
yeah.
I don't think people really grasp how powerful that film was. And on top of the fact that he passes on Jackie Robinson Day.
And on the day that Jack Kirby, the creator of Black Panther.
That is the stars aligned for that one, at least. So if I had to pick one, it would probably be him. Like, he was just such a great actor, nice guy. I've never seen anyone say a bad thing about him, really. Just a really great all-around guy. Every interview he was ever in, he was pretty genuine about it. Like, he went to I forget which award show that was, but he honored the guy who stopped the Waffle House shooting. Like, he gave him the award, like, straight just like that. He was like, "This is yours. You can have it." And, like, stuff like that you don't see much of nowadays.
He was a class act. I mean, you know, when I saw the pictures of him when he lost the weight, you know, I knew what was wrong. I mean, because I've been through that personally with family. I knew what was wrong, and you know, for somebody to
still get up
and go through it without pointing it out. You know, we all have a story, and you know, we all have the good and bad. But he went through that in a way that's just dignified to the end. Like, it just. I mean, they'll make a movie about his life one day. I have no doubt. Just because of the way he carried himself and presented himself to everybody, I think that's a great choice for a man crush for sure.
There are people when people have diseases like that, they don't even want to get out of bed. This dude was getting out of bed probably 3 or 4 a.m. to shoot films. and being out there for 20 plus hours probably. Like, I don't think people really grasp that particular part of it. Everybody's like, oh, he had cancer, whatever. But like, people who have cancer typically don't want to move around, period. They just, they're kind of stationary. That guy was out there filming 5 movies.
Yep. Mark, who is your man crush? Well, I mean, we already know that it's Nick Foles, but
No, it's not Nick Foles. Honestly, shoot. Just a couple. I mean, I had one in my mind, and I had another one too. They're just cool dudes to hang out with. I mean, Channing Tatum. That was if I had to pick one and only, it'd be Channing Tatum. I mean, he's just a funny, down to earth dude. I mean, if you listen to any of like his like any of the movies he's ever done, like the 21st Jump Street, the 22nd Jump Street, Magic Mike, and he's also played very serious characters, like in the one with him and Jamie Foxx in it was I can't remember the name of the movie now.
White House Down.
White House Down, yeah.
Same fucking.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's moved to play Gambit.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the movie right off the top of my head. But, he just seems like such a personable dude you could just have a beer with and watch football with and just, chat with. I mean, he just seems like a cool dude.
then you could cuddle up in a 6-pack at night and go to sleep.
I'd use him as a pillow, so
Cody, man crush and why?
Me, man, my number one man crush, TB12, baby.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on, man. You know damn well you think Tom Brady's beautiful.
I think Tom Brady is the greatest.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. He's a beautiful man.
But this is my case for why I think he's beautiful.
Because he got 6 Super Bowls?
I mean, that don't hurt him at all, man.
Channing Tatum, really? Is anybody else not bothered by that?
I just let it go,
he
man.
He about to be Gambit, though. He about to play Gambit, so let him
You got to remember, no judgments.
No, Channing Tatum's not Gambit.
Mine is definitely Brady, man. I don't know, like, I've always, like, naturally you kind of like the athletes that you watch for a reason and stuff, and I just his work ethic and all that, like, all the stuff that makes him a GOAT, like, eventually I was like, damn, like, this motherfucker Brady is perfect, like, he ain't got no flaws, man. Like, he's out here.
Don't tell that to the Giants.
The Giants got lucky. But no,
he's got perfect hair, for God's sake.
Mine is definitely Brady for sure.
I'm gonna talk about my man crush a little bit, and it's a little different than everybody else's. My man crush is and always has been Gordon Ramsay.
Oh my God, he could cook for
like
you.
A Brit?
Gordon Ramsay, not only is his life super interesting and what he's been through in life, but just the way he presents himself as such an asshole is the complete opposite of who he really is. He grew up with an abusive dad who was an alcoholic, and he got a soccer scholarship to go to school to play professional soccer, and in his first game, he blew out his knee and lost his scholarship. And so his whole life to me has always just kind of resounded. And just, I like his demeanor, like his approach with people. Just something about dude that takes charge. Have always liked Gordon Ramsay, man.
Well, actually, I'll give you another one too. It just came to mind. My wife goes gaga goo goo over, but he's actually a cool dude. Sam Elliott. He's a badass.
But that's what I love about Sam Elliott too, man. Is just first of all, you can go to sleep with that voice. Him and Morgan Freeman. But Sam Elliott, like in The Ranch and all his other past films, man, dude.
Roadhouse,
man.
Hey, don't forget he's a Ghost Rider.
He's Wade Garrett.
Oh, that's right.
Also, since you said Morgan Freeman, I want Morgan Freeman to narrate my life.
Oh yeah,
Morgan Freeman.
Like Morgan Freeman can like make a rose grow from a concrete just by one.
He's the only guy who can narrate movie based on prison life and make it glorious. Make you feel like
Yeah,
I
really.
don't mind spending some time in prison, man.
Like when he was God in like Bruce Almighty. I mean, he's Morgan Freeman, though. And plus he's from my hometown. So.
Chris Pratt.
He's
Who?
I hate to interrupt.
I like
but Miami.
Chris
He's
Pratt.
taking a 3-0 lead on Milwaukee, and then he's playing the NBA.
Chris
Yes,
Pratt.
sir.
Chris Pratt's like he's just he's the guy.
Hey,
He's
turn
your
that
friend
up.
he's your friend that Chris Pratt is your friend that would get you just in trouble.
He's the guy that you want to take home to introduce to your other friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Take him
probably
home
the
to mama.
I just
I'm the
thought of
Chris
another
Pratt
one.
of my friends for sure.
Bradley Cooper.
Nah, he's a Philly fan. Ruins it for me. You might
Matthew
like him.
McConaughey.
You like Nick Foles and his 9-inch long dong or whatever.
Bradley Cooper is the guy you bring home for mom to meet, and then all of a sudden you find out him and your mom are doing each other.
Oh God.
That's Matthew McConaughey too.
Yeah.
All
All right.
And George Clooney.
George Clooney.
Yeah, George Clooney definitely.
Clooney gets hold. Like I guarantee you, George Clooney.
All right. What about like celebrity guys and the stuff that just creep you out? You look at him and you be like, man, like that dude. I just don't.
Pee Wee
I can
Herman
name
always
mine.
did.
Robert Kelly.
Yeah,
What'd you say,
Pee Wee Herman.
Courtney? Courtney, what'd you say?
Pee Wee Herman always.
Dude, Pee Wee Herman scared the hell out of me when I was a
Like when
kid.
I was a kid, it was just something. I was like, man, this dude had way too much fun, and he a grown ass man, and he's wearing a gray suit. Who wears
who
a
is
gray
that?
suit all the time? Like,
That whole Pee Wee's Playhouse creeped the hell out of me. Every single character creeped the hell out of me.
like every single one. Then he came out with movies, and I'm like, this dude is not well. Also,
Then he really came out in movies. If you're catching my drift.
yes, and that's another thing. Like I knew something was off about that dude. And another person that's off just like him, Jared Fogle. I knew it from those Subway commercials. Who loses that much weight eating sub sandwiches?
I guess walking helps to lose all that weight.
Like that dude was like heavy, and for some reason you mean to tell me he ate Subway every single day and he lost that much weight? I don't buy it.
No, I don't
Probably
know.
gastric
Subway
bypass.
sandwiches aren't even that good. So,
I'll tell you the two. I'll tell you there's two that get me. Like if a story come out tomorrow and I found out that either one of these guys were serial killers, it wouldn't surprise me. Is Hugo Weaving
He's great though.
and Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict really? I made a girl cry one time because I was at my friend's house and she was talking about we were talking about Marvel films and stuff, and I was like, I don't know, man, like I don't really care for Benedict Cumberbatch. And she like cried. She was like, say something nice about Benedict Cumberbatch. Because she was talking about Sherlock Holmes, and I was like, he's cool as Doctor Strange.
The Jerd Nation Podcast.